I'm back. Hello. I finished my cup of coffee and had to make a new one. And my Keurig decided to be slow. Hmm. You are frozen again, Terry.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hmm.
Are you there, Jess? Can anybody hear me? Who's watching? If y'all can hear me, say something.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Is anybody there?
Oh, I think we're having technical difficulties. I'll have the studio made. Ah, can you hear me, Terry? Oh, it wouldn't be us if we didn't have technical issues, though. But hi, Amanda. Hi, Irene. How are y'all? Hmm. Yep, another day in Alabama paradise over here. Coffee's still too hot. This is us. We're just trying something new out here. And excuse, there's probably going to be traffic noise because you can see behind me the road is right there. Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
Look at.
Can you hear me now, Terry?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can. Okay. It sounds like we got a little bit of a delay. I'm trying to get closer to the window. I'm moving cats. Y'all bear with me. Now
I
my
got my
cords are
cat over
tangled up.
here. My cat's over here behind my daggum computer.
Same,
Mm.
same, same. I've got Blueberry
Lilith, what are
here,
you doing?
and then we have Charlie here as well. So yes, they're not twins. They're not related, but they're here. Hang on, I have to move all my stuff over. So, of course, we're in one location and then have to move. So, good morning, everybody. Um, uh, Here we are, maybe. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hello, hello. Uh, I'm on my second cup of coffee, which is why at the very
Coffee,
beginning I was
coffee.
not in here
Yes,
because I
coffee.
had to go. Yep,
Yes, we gotta have coffee. It is uh what,
and
7:30
still
in the
too hot.
morning. So, sorry for the background view here, y'all. We are getting storms in Alabama, so signals are going to be sketchy. But I think Jess was kind of telling y'all as I was trying to get a signal, we're trying something new. We're joining y'all in the morning and
Yep,
seeing uh, if y'all like us being here in the morning.
yep.
So,
And we
you
have
know,
now set up so we're streaming on the Spirit page and the Alabama Skeleton Key page.
right. And we're not on things this morning because, of course, uh, I'm not crispy today because I'm sitting here right at the front door, Jesse, and the lighting, um, and it's 7:30 in the morning. Who the fuck is crispy at seven
Well,
thirty in the morning?
and the weather is. I mean, the sky is just nothing but clouds.
Yeah, it's crappy. So, but maybe I'll be crispy tonight when we're on the Things Network. So that's what I was gonna say. We're not on
I don't know
Things
because
this
see,
morning.
the storms are supposed to start hitting tonight.
Yeah, so
Like
we may.
my kids' school actually canceled all after school activities today.
Right. So yeah, we may or may not on this side of town be able to get online tonight. We'll see. Um, I didn't have time. I think my internet needs to be rebooted this morning. 11 p.m. in Tokyo. So it is, of course, about to be 8 a.m. in America. So, oh well, in
Yep.
Alabama, in the central time zone. So, and I'm battling these cats. They're both right here. They're like, oh, we're live. We're going to be on camera this morning.
Oh yeah. Right behind my computer are two windows, and I have the curtain open on one window and not open on the other, and Lilith is behind the curtain that's not open because apparently that window is the one she wants to look out today.
Stevie, you can go ahead and do that because I'm just on Wi-Fi. I'm not on internet. So you can go ahead and restart that. So anyway, welcome to the show. If it's morning, I hope all of you have coffee or breakfast or tea or whatever you want to do. So we had debated on whether we were going to let this cat out of the bag or not, and I'm going to say, fuck it, Jess. Let's go ahead and let this cat out of the bag. So when we started on the Things Network, it was kind of an inside joke, ha ha ha, who would get in trouble first for, some of the things that were being done. Well, I think we can say ding, 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 ding. Alabama
It was
Skeleton
us.
Key unlocked and uncensored, got in trouble. Not
Well,
really
not
trouble.
trouble, but we got a talking to.
Yeah, we
So,
got a little slap on the back of the hand.
and
Apparently,
we have gone back and back and forth since since all the talking to occurred. We have talked back and forth on what we wanted to do because we don't want to be inauthentic, you know.
Um, yeah, we want to be true to ourselves. We want to be true to y'all.
And true to our
We
craft.
and true to our craft, our beliefs, whatever they may be in the moment.
And it's okay if our specific craft is not something that is, is not something that the Things Network wants, and that's okay. It was technically a paranormal type of network, so
Right. And I don't think that it was necessarily all of things,
no, not at all.
it it was the hex, Jesse. It was the hex. There was concern. Concern was brought up that we were teaching people how to cause harm.
Which
And
and that we want to I want to touch on that for a second and make sure everyone knows nothing that about what we did was to actually cause harm. Um, it was
y'all let me get
to
out.
nothing that we were doing was to try and cause anyone harm. First of all, the person had to do something. They had to act negatively toward us for the trap to spring. But then it wasn't going to cause them harm. It was to make people not believe their words, make people, make their words quarrelsome with people. It was not harm.
No, it was basically to put a shitty taste in their mouth when they
Yeah.
talk crap about the unidentified subject that we cast for. So,
And
that's
it
it.
did seem I couldn't tell, but I think it might have been an outside person that did, make a complaint.
Yeah, maybe. Could have been someone on things. We don't know. I mean, and it's
And we're not
okay.
mad and we're not upset or anything, but
Oh yeah, we're still on things, Jesse.
mhm,
We're still on things. But we have decided we've had, Amanda Wilson. I've had several people that have said, if y'all weren't on so late, that they're watching the replay in the morning, while they're drinking their coffee, or in the afternoon when they get home from work. So Jess and I are playing around with some different time slots. We will still be on things, um, but we are probably going to, for those that want to follow us in the witchy way, we are going to start kind of just doing our own thing, and y'all will just have to follow us on Alabama Skeleton Key, is where we would like all of you to follow us, because we might as well go ahead and drop this announcement. This has been in the works. We've been talking to some witches. This was before we ever, got our little hands slapped. We had been in the um, talks, I'll say, with some witches from, well, let's just around the country, not or around the world, not just in the United States, but around the world. And we've kind of, talked about putting when y'all is some bad kids. Yes, we are some bad kids. We tried to be bad kids though. I mean, that was kind of when we started. It really was who will get in trouble first, and we won't, throw out the other show because we're not trying to. But we do know that there was a couple other shows that were doing some things that,
we
that
weren't
could
we,
have.
we weren't the only ones that got in trouble yesterday. So, uh
I don't know, Jesse. I don't think anyone else is talking, except you and us. Um, so,
not since
but
the only other person that talked was Stevie said buy a blueberry a few minutes ago, but nobody's talked since
yeah,
then.
yeah. I mean, Irene is here with us. I think Amanda Wilson is still
Oh,
here with
there she is.
us. Um, yep, and then there they are. So yeah, they
but
can't type.
but yeah, no, I think I guess to start off, we'll say that we're probably on Thursday nights. We'll probably be starting in March, rolling back into a paranormal um, series that we're gonna do, and our witchy stuff will be finding a new home so that we can continue to be authentic to ourselves, our craft, and our audience.
Right. Good morning, Bridget. Glad to see you here this morning. And that's you're right, Irene. I did when one of the people from Things came to me with the concerns. I did tell that person, "Have you watched the show? Did you watch that entire show?"
And they say
And
hello,
and
hello.
I explained to that person that really and truly we called it a hex, but it wasn't a hex.
Hi,
Um,
Chad.
Good morning, my sweet nephew Chad. Um, so, uh, um, anyway, my nephew popping in this morning gave me a brain fart. Uh, where the fuck was I going?
uh, the Alabama Skeleton Key will be changing into
Yes, we
Skeleton
are
Key Network,
the Skeleton Key Network.
or Skin for short, which we have had a whole lot of laughter about because it sounds like one of those late night soft core sexy time channels. Skin Network. Oh, we have had no end of laughter talking about that.
And no problem, Chad. If you watch our show enough, you'll know that I get distracted very easily, and I'm only a half a cup of coffee, so I'm really not. Um,
Yeah, we need a porn. We need a 70s porn music intro. I'm gonna find one.
and I thought about some of that stuff too as I was falling asleep last night. So, um, I mean, look at it.
Oh, you, Jesse, you have a named goose. What is your goose's name?
No, she has a cat named
Uh huh. But
Goose.
when she first said it, she said, "I have a named goose."
Oh, I used to have a goose named Lucy.
And I love the name Zazu. That is Lilith. She was actually a rescue. Her mommy showed up at my husband's office. Like he works out in the field, but the office home base, and she had all her babies, and his boss took them home, and
Yes, Chad.
we got her later. Paranormal porn.
Now we could go to paranormal porn. Coffee and cauldrons, of course. I'm gonna have my coffee right now.
Like I
And
said,
oh,
I
let me
wasn't
do my
here for the first little bit because
let me
I
do
was
my international creamer delight commercial.
I'm on coffee number 2,
Yeah, I just topped off my cup.
and I'll probably have
Oh,
2 more.
I didn't. I didn't ding that shit out of here.
Bye, Chad. Have a good day at work.
Have a good day at work, Chad. Love you too. Um, Come back and see us. Exactly, Stevie. It's sponsor time. And I do a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
I have actually been up since 5:30, so that's fun.
right, right. So, I mean, we have got 8 viewers at 8 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck is up with that?
Not bad.
I know, I love y'all. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're
And
just kind of, we're just kind of. Is it finger licking good?
I just stuck my finger in it to stir it. you know, one of
Uh,
the reasons why y'all say y'all like watching us is because we're real.
well, here
It's
you
real
go.
this
Here's the
morning.
reel.
Here's the real. I didn't have I couldn't find a freaking spoon fast enough. Um,
Look. The spoon is supposed to go into the coffee cup from the beginning, and it doesn't come out until you're done with coffee.
well, usually, I have my creamer in the bottom when I pour my first cup, so it kind of stirs.
Doesn't
Um,
matter. You go on and get that coffee. I mean, you go on and have your
so,
spoon.
yeah, and well, I usually toss my spoon, and then I lost it. So, and my thing was going 1 minute into the showtime. It was like shit.
And I hope y'all are enjoying the horribly fading green. Uh, it will be gone. I am covering this today. So this was a beautiful forest green when I first did it, and you see it.
Well,
It
I mean, I think
it
it still
faded
looks
into
good.
well, like this color right here, this blue. It's not bad. I don't mind this blue, but this that's Joker green. I look like the damn Joker.
I had the same problem when I did my bottom. The bottom's blue. It just didn't hold.
So I got I've got I'm probably the best way to do it is to go opposite on the color wheel. So I'm gonna put red over it. It might turn it brown, and if so, I'll deal with it. But at least it won't be Joker green.
My daughters are
I
in the
see.
chat this morning having the who's the better comedian. Too bad the nephew Chad got out before conversation got started because I'm sure he'd
Your
have.
bottom is blue. What have you been doing?
Um, yeah, I wasn't gonna touch that one right in
I'm
the
touching
morning.
it. Yeah, it looks like winter foliage. It does. I'm so excited. I actually went and met a fellow houseplant enthusiast in Birmingham, and I picked up a rooted cutting of Cebu Blue Pothos,
Ooh, what is
and
that?
it's really pretty. When it grows in, the leaf, instead of just the green, it actually has a blue tint to the entire leaf. And then I picked up a Scindapsus Trubii Moonlight, which is silvery on the leaf. So I'm very excited. I also picked up a cutting of Global Green Pothos, which is really pretty too.
Cool, cool. So now, of course, it took like what 25 minutes, and my brain went back to where I was when
I figured if we just kept talking, you'd get back there eventually.
yeah. Um, and now I lost it again. I know. Oh,
No.
I was talking about when we were contacted by things, and that I told them that had you watched the show, you would have known and had the person that reported us really watched that show, they would have known it was not a curse at all. It was a trap. And we spent quite amount of time talking about the repercussions of hexing and why you really don't do it unless you're absolutely damn sure that that's what you want to do. And so, see, I got me a full cup of coffee and my brain starts working right
But I
now.
think I think one of the biggest things that anybody who watches this needs to keep in mind is we're not teaching y'all Wicca. Not any part of this is us teaching y'all Wicca. We are
No.
this is
And
witchcraft.
I don't even look at it as us teaching as
Yeah,
so
not
much
necessarily.
share, but
We're
showing
sharing our
y'all
knowledge.
what we
Yeah.
do, right? And I've had some conversations. That that would be a good thing. I mean, I can understand. It was.
I mean, hold on. Hold on. Let me hold on to actually make a point real quick. Y'all see what number 2 says, right? Or no, yeah, the bottom of number 2. If you do not agree, we simply ask you be an adult about it and scroll on if this isn't the show for you.
Right. And we do understand Sunday night show was pretty graphic. I mean,
It was, yes.
just put me in timeout 2 or 3 times, because I was about to barf on camera because we
Yep.
were using some nasty shit. But fact is, everything in life is not pretty. Everything in life is not sunshine and roses and happiness and joy. Would we like it to be that way? Absolutely. There's no doubt we would like it to be that way. Um, but it's not that way. So, in reality, uh, would y'all rather us just go out and mow somebody down with a freaking machine gun? Or would you rather us do a little spell to, put a bad taste in somebody's mouth for talking shit that's causing someone misery? You
Well,
know?
but again, like we said, we're not upset with things. But the whole thing just got us. We had already been talking about making some changes with things and things in general, not the Things Network. We had talked about changing some things around, and this just kind of reinforced that conversation and brought us back to, maybe we need to have the Thursday night show, have it be paranormal based. We can still do that and move the witchcraft onto something different that's actually for witchcraft.
Right. And we've been, talking to some other witches. Um, I mean, like this has been in the talks for
A
um
while. This
a
has been
while.
months.
We never thought we would be doing any kind of show, and things, started us off, got our feet in the water, and as we, kind of moved away from paranormal talk, we
And we
could
did that
talk,
because we were following what y'all enjoyed.
right. We were doing, what we thought our audience was enjoying, and because of privacy, we've harped this, privacy and the paranormal. Our clients, don't want to be outed.
Yeah,
So
they
there's not a,
some of them don't mind if we share things, like when we did
but
the
most of
the salon
them
investigation. They didn't
don't.
mind, but most of them don't. And when it comes to a personal residence, especially, so you know,
Yeah.
so we're
So
going
for
to
us
stick
as
more
a
to
team,
paranormal
there's
without
not
going
a
into the details.
right. We'll find something, and it's not only about that we got our hands slapped. I mean, and actually, they were very nice, and actually said
One
that they
hundred
hated to
percent.
come. They
Yes.
they hated to come and say anything, and they actually even said that they agreed that if people were curious about witchcraft, they also needed to know how a hex worked, because
Hmm.
if you don't know how it works, you don't know how to take it apart. You know,
Yeah,
if
we're
you
salty with whoever did the complaining, not the Things Network. We are not salty
right,
with the Things Network. They were incredibly respectful and kind. So, it's
you're
definitely the person who
absolutely right,
reported.
Irene. You're absolutely right, Irene. I mean, and they still
This is
do.
true.
They still do. If you look at it, just what's going on in the world today, they are still using, and I don't mean all Christians, and I'm not trying to bash Christians here, but even I know Christians that admit there's something wrong with Christianity today.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I know some of you, most of you are not in Alabama. Um, Jesse Wilson, Stevie Wilson, Jess, I don't know if you've seen this commercial. This guy that's running for Senate in Alabama that's talking about they think that there are 50 genders. It's people, and he's talking about, he's a God fearing Christian and all that, and he goes they, and he's talking about anyone who is not that backwoods redneck white male, you know,
And
it's man,
he's talking about there being he's talking derogatory, saying that
right.
but and our opinion is honestly that I don't care how many genders there are. As long as everybody
That
has something
doesn't
they can
affect me.
identify is, what does it matter? Everybody deserves
Exactly.
to have something that describes who they truly are. Period. I mean,
Yeah, and
hell,
he's,
just down the
yeah,
road in the town over in down in Chelsea over here near where we both live, there's a huge billboard up that's talking about we want your soul. Have you seen that one yet in Chelsea?
I've not seen that one.
It
I mean,
does.
so, I mean, that kind of rhetoric, like this
It's
guy,
very common
like,
here.
and Jesse's, I mean, y'all, we'll record some commercials and try to get them out there for y'all to see maybe, sometime next week. The political commercial, or just go Google that shit. The
Yep.
political commercials in
Alabama
Alabama right now.
political commercials. They're awful. I mean, even the yard signs. If you've got a yard sign, especially in particular for conservative, though we do get some liberals who have signs that are like this, but every one of them has something about faith, God, Christianity, something when religion has no place in politics. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. No religion.
It doesn't, you know. And like Jesse was saying, this guy that's screaming, they think there are 50 genders. He ends, well, that statement he's saying is what he's when he's elected, he's going to stop that. Well, we
Like,
have a we have a huge gay, transgen. We have a huge, uh,
LGBT population here, a huge.
yes, huge.
I myself am part of the LGBTQ community because I am pansexual. So my best friend is gender fluid.
I have, I'm not going to call anyone out, but I'll just say that, I do have some gay people that are in my bloodline, in
Hmm.
my direct bloodline. Some of my best friends are gay or pan or,
It just
whatever. There's so
so it
many
just doesn't
labels, and
make
I don't
sense.
like to
Like
put labels on
it just
it.
doesn't make sense if you like there is a very large LGBTQ population here in Alabama, and they are literally alienating them completely. I mean, like we have what's called what is it the Magic City Acceptance Academy, which is a
Mm,
beautiful LGBTQ friendly school,
right.
but
And, it's a shame that we have
they're
to
stuck in like
have a
20 years
school.
ago.
It's not even 20 years ago. Let's be real. Our Alabama politics
Well,
are stuck.
for the rest of the country, it was at least
Right.
20 years ago or more. I
And
don't know.
my thing is exactly what Jesse said. Who the fuck cares what you do in your bedroom, with the person that,
Did you love?
that you love, or if you're just, hey, having to throw down for one night. That's your business. That is your damn business. Um, if I want to go out here and prostitute myself today and,
Your
jump
body.
on 50 different men and come home with a pocket load of money, that's my fucking choice. It's my body. I have the right to do it. And, well, I ain't gonna go there because it's too early in the morning to get on that one. But
Yeah. We'll end the politics talk with, and the problem is they are using Christianity to back up this shit is the
Mhm,
issue. So, and then
mhm.
we'll move on to non-politics
Right, right.
because we'll get
So,
heated and it'll be ugly.
exactly.
And Stevie
Um,
is, I will say Stevie is right. Doesn't matter what they do in public either, as long as they're not bringing any harm to anybody else. Period.
right. Well, and that's true. And when I say what someone doesn't, I don't even really
I know
mean
what
that.
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
I figured we'd clarify.
I don't necessarily want to see two women making out. I don't want
But
to
I
see two
also
men
don't want to
making
see a
out.
man and
But
a
I
woman
don't want to
making
see
out.
in a man. Exactly.
I like it,
There's a
I don't want to see you doing bedroom things in public. Period.
exactly
I
right,
don't
right.
like
There's
if
a
you're just
time and a
giving your partner
place.
if you're giving your partner a kiss, I don't care.
Yeah,
But if you're
little
like
butt squeeze, or
little butt squeeze holding hand, I don't care about any of that. But if it's bedroom stuff,
yeah,
don't do it in public. I don't
yeah.
care what gender
If
your
y'all are
partner
on a
is.
exactly, if y'all are on a park bench and it looks like that y'all should just take your clothes off and need to be in a porn,
Yeah.
take that home. And I'm not even really going to harp on kids seeing and all that. I just just be in good taste and you know stop what you're doing and take a look at the people around you. Look at me and my husband. I guarantee y'all don't
But
want to see
now
us out in public making out.
I will say here that one big thing to point out here is to be perfectly honest, I see more straight couples doing that than I do anybody who is LGBT.
Absolutely. I don't think I've ever seen.
I
Um,
really don't either.
I don't think I've ever
I think
seen.
it's always been straight couples, and it's like y'all look like y'all are having sex.
My Rottweiler's got gas in his butt. It's pointing directly at me. It is so bad. It is so bad.
Anyway, so we'll jump off of that. But yes, we will be um most of our I think we're gonna finish out our month. I think, and then we're gonna kind of gear back towards the paranormal and on the Things Network, and we're gonna bring the witchy stuff over here. But it is not
Yes.
because we are salty with things, because we want to stay on there on our Thursday nights. It's
What?
It's just that, we don't want to deal with any problems, but we also don't want to cause any for them.
Right. Okay.
Yes, we've discussed politics, porn, and dog farts.
um, so, and I do want to say, if anyone from Things is watching, we are, Jess and I had already been in the talks of this. If
Hmm.
y'all watched, I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 Sundays ago, about 1:20, we watched, or yeah, it was about 1:20 in the morning. We watched Jess go from sitting up smiling to gradually falling, and I could see it. I knew that she was crashing hard because of some medication changes, and
Yeah.
she has given it. And she has still said, we can do it, we can work it out. But while this medication change is happening, she's battling getting up with her kids in the morning. Hang on, I gotta pour some more coffee
Yeah,
here.
my kids actually get up at 5:30 in the morning, so that they have time to get ready because they're slow movers in the morning too. And their bus runs. My daughter's bus gets here about 6:25. We're lucky. Our bus stop is literally at
I'm
the end
using
of the
that little spoon
driveway,
again.
but nice. But I'm getting up with them, and then on top of that, I don't think I've really touched on it here, but I have bipolar disorder, and we recently did have to double one medication and add a new one. And the one that we added that's at night is taken with one of the double doses because I take it twice, and it puts me down. The problem is if I try to take it
So,
later when the show is over, then I have trouble waking up at all. So,
and fortunately, during that time, her husband had been on third shift, so he was
yeah,
able to be there, but he's going back to normal hours.
yep.
And I don't want to put anything on top of Jess, more added stress. And I know
The only thing I want on top of me are sexy things, thank you.
Monday morning sucks ass anyway. And when you're been up until 1:30 in the morning, and generally Jess and I, with the Sunday night after the show, had been kind of when we would discuss what we were going to do next week, or things
Because
like that.
we have our lineup, like we have our subject matter all lined up, but we do still discuss, okay, what do we need to get? We starting to discuss specifics, things we need to research, so we end up messaging for at least an hour after the show's over.
Yeah, generally, definitely 30 minutes, but probably an hour. Sometimes we may still be on talking to each other at 3 o'clock in the
I was about
morning.
to say sometimes we finish talking when my kids wake up. So
Right. So, it we I don't want to add that to Jess, and because of the direction that Alabama Skeleton Key Unlocked and Uncensored has gone with witchcraft, as we said in the beginning of this show, in order to remain true to ourselves, who we are, to remain true to the craft, to remain true to pagans
and
and
true to the
Wiccans,
idea of being uncensored.
and true to the idea of being uncensored and unlocked,
Hmm.
we have decided that we would just bring our show onto our page. We've had our page for a long time. It's not had nothing to do with things. We've had our YouTubes for a long time, because we've been streaming investigations and stuff. So we are happy to announce that, in our talks over the last month and a half, 2 months, since this show has kind of taken a witchy turn. Um, we do have YouTubes, Jesse. We have more
We
than
have
one.
multiple.
That was a proper statement. We have
Okay,
YouTubes.
it's hot.
Uh, um, but after the Skeleton Key Unlocked and Uncensored took that witchy turn, y'all, I have got, and I'm not calling anyone's name out, but I have received message after message on thank you. I feel like even though I'm not in a coven, I have a coven to work with. Thank you for bringing this out. I love watching y'all show because you're real. I mean, we don't have a lot of followers, but the few of you that do follow us, we love y'all. We respect y'all. We listen to y'all. So it's because of y'all. We, started kind of networking with some other witches, asking, hey, would y'all like to come and do a show? You know,
And we actually
uh,
already have our first one, though we won't announce who or what. We do have
we,
our first one
but
other than us.
we will say the official launch of the Skin Network will be Monday night, Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. It is not us. Um, I won't say if it's anyone you've seen on our show or not, but I will say it is not me. It is not Jess. It is not anyone that's on our team. This is
Yep,
another witch. Um, and Irene, we love that you're one of our followers. We love you. Uh, we
absolutely.
we talk about you and brag you up all the time. But we've got a lady
We
from
do.
Tokyo.
Well, and then even when we're having our private conversations after the show, we'll be talking about, oh, did you see that thing Irene mentioned?
Mhm.
Oh, and Jesse, I know it's going to be 78. I am putting some of my plants outside for some natural vitamin D.
I did that yesterday. I put all mine out and watered them good, and because it only got to like 55 last night, so I knew it was
Hmm.
okay to leave them outside.
I
So
meant to put mine out yesterday, and I just completely forgot.
yeah, my orange tree, Stevie. How many baby oranges does my orange tree got? She actually counted the baby oranges. I mean, they're just like little pea size. They're so cute.
Will do.
Uh, so, um, oh, 27 in Bluegrass, Iowa.
Ooh,
Can you imagine?
you can hold that weather. We don't need it. This is true. This
She,
is true. I'm gonna watch the wind. I'm probably only gonna leave them out through maybe 1, 2 o'clock because I know the winds are supposed to really start picking up after that.
Yeah, I'm planning on bringing him in here. I wanted to let him get a little of this morning sunshine, and then I'm gonna bring him in. Jesse, I'd already thought about that
Oh,
too.
she said your orange tree had 23 but lost 2 in transport.
Yeah, and yeah, I can't believe all the dang little baby oranges on it.
I just want
Um,
to say that am the queen of taking things out of context, and being that we're the Skin Network, this cracked me up. Keep that back door closed, Mandy.
so, um, we want to hear from y'all, our fans. Um, Yeah, Jesse, I need a big pot for it because it's been in that pot for a couple years now, and it really should have gone in a bigger pot last year. So Amanda sealed up that
I
back
have
door with a
actually
padlock.
I'm glad to know that's how you meant it. I'm not gonna lie, I did go ahead and do my repotting, especially with some of the newer plants that I got because the soil was a lot of them were so waterlogged, and I wanted to put it in my own soil. I just made sure that I did it in the house where the roots would not get cold, and I haven't had any issues.
My, oh, was Stevie rebotted one yesterday, and um,
I'm fixing to
shit,
actually start. I've got my herb seeds because I'm starting a full herb garden this year, and I'm actually fixing to start germinating my seeds.
I have a seed I'm going to germinate, but we won't talk about
Well, I'm jealous because you know
that.
what? No matter how many times I buy it, I can't seem to find no damn seeds. They be picking them out. It's rude. They be breeding them seedless varieties.
I heard that you have to like buy
Buy
seeds
mid.
now. Well,
If you
yeah, we
get
heard you.
if you get mid, you tend to get. I don't want to grow no mid. The fuck?
Well, but I know how to make that better for you, so we'll talk about that off camera. um,
Ooh,
um,
how huge. That that
oh,
that means whatever you send now, Jesse, is not unsolicited. It is.
right,
She asked.
right, right. Um, I my I Jesse knows how huge I need that pot to be. I also need another big pot for my palm plant.
Terry needs it big.
I need it big. I need a big pot. We'll just leave that right there. Oh, excuse me. Of course, coffee. So as I'm
Honestly, let me say, because Jesse said I'll tell or show. That's my favorite way. I mean, most of us, I think everyone in here right now is a woman. Most of us have at some point dealt with an unsolicited,
there
usually
goes the morning show.
unflattering photo. Um, you know what my favorite thing to do is? Google and send them a picture of one back. A better one,
Right,
usually.
right,
A
right.
nicer one. Hmm,
I
interesting.
I do because I have this my iPad might die on us. It's all charging, but apparently not charging. Um, we may have to bring me on my phone. Go ahead and send me the link. And well, I guess we go ahead and wrap it up here in just a minute. But let me finish this thought and ask you, our fans, followers, what time do y'all want to see us on? Do you like us in the morning? Do you like us at night? Do you want us to go away?
Do you
You
like us
know,
at both times?
right. Um, do you want us to come on for 30 minutes every morning and make you laugh? And I don't know that we would do it every maybe a couple of times a week. We could do a little morning show. What do y'all want? How do y'all want to hear from
Do
us?
y'all want,
If you want to
we
hear
could
from us.
always, a couple of times a week, we could do Cauldrons and Coffee and have us a little morning show. We won't talk about all the random shit like we did this morning. We'll have a plan, but this was just more of a let's poll the audience. Uh, that's I don't agree. There are some ways I don't like it. But then, we could also have a night show or two night shows where we come on, and where we actually work some magic together. I don't know because see, some mornings that's just annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Now, if we come on in the mornings, we might have a plan for subject matter, but it won't be structured like some of our stuff is. It's going to be a lot more playful, a lot of laughter, a lot of probably perverted jokes because it's who we are, and now we're going to be the Skin Network. Might as well.
Yeah. Um,
But
so,
yeah, do you want to start your day off with cauldrons and coffee, essentially?
these are my children. First, what would anyone expect from the children that I've raised?
This is true. This is true. Hey, I can't say anything, okay? I can't say anything. You should hear when my children will pop off with something
Foreskin
random.
Network.
Oh no. My
uh,
my daughter's new favorite thing to call anyone who is being very hyper, she calls she calls them crackheads because that's what I call my cats. So everyone, everything. Why are you being a crackhead?
well, I'm sure Stevie's back there saying, "Mom, you need to tell him, Mom." So the mini last week, and y'all, the mini Lenny is my youngest grandson, youngest out of three boys, and he's named after his papa. So I call him the mini Lenny. Well, the mini now, like I guess it was last week. I don't know if he told his mom or who he said it to first. Well, fuck.
Well, okay, here's my question. Did he
And
use it
she
in the correct
said,
context?
I think he did. I think he did.
Shows me
She
he's an
said,
advanced child, understands when things should be used.
oh, and his papa taught him to say damn it and stomp his foot. So he'll damn it and stomp his foot. And he uses that in the correct content. And his papa's trying to teach him let him say, did you shit? And he'll say, shit.
That was my oldest, Cody. He's 11. When he was maybe 1.5, 2. I was baking. I was getting ready to bake cookies, and I realized that I was missing an ingredient. And I did not know that he was in there with me. And when I realized that, I had already mixed everything else together, and I just looked down and I said, "Shit, shit, shit." And out from behind me, all I hear is shit, shit, shit. And he ran
Mm,
around saying that for almost a year.
yeah, and Irene, you won't have to say the Skin Network because technically it's
It's
um,
technically Skeleton Key.
Skeleton Key Network. And we've been tossing some slogans around, but like Skeleton Key Network, bringing witches together. We're tossing some things around, but um, so y'all stay tuned to Alabama Skeleton Key. If you do not follow that page, please go follow that page because we will be moving these shows that we're
We'll
doing.
stream the first couple on, we'll stream on the Spirit Network probably for the first week or so. After that, we will stop streaming on the Spirit page altogether, and it will all be moved over to the Skeleton Key.
Yeah, and we will move to but we'll keep streaming investigations on Spirit page because
Yes.
that's what that's for.
Yeah, we'll stick
Uh,
to paranormal only on there. So our Thursday night show with the Things Network, it will air on the Spirit channel because it will be going back to or the Spirit page because we are taking it back to what we originally had and it will be paranormal.
right. So yeah, we're just moving, shuffling some things around. We want to make sure we get all of you in the right place. So go follow Alabama Skeleton Key. Um, there may be a name change, and we may change that to Skeleton Key Network
Yeah.
because technically our shows are Alabama Skeleton Key.
Yeah.
So,
And we
y'all
just
can
gotta I've
go,
got to get some I got to work on some logos and things like that. So
yeah, and so yeah, y'all let us know. Um, what do you
maybe
want
we'll
to hear
maybe
from the witches? If
we'll
you
try to make
know
we will make a
witches,
post. We'll make a post of the
yeah,
different options that we have thought of for ourselves to do, and you can kind of give us some feedback on what you would like to see.
right. And if y'all know witches that, may want to do a show, if they want to do a 15-minute show, a 30-minute show, an hour show, or once a month, or, they want to do a one time special, let us know to get in touch with us because our goal
We're doing the
here.
damn thing because we don't know how to do anything halfway.
Right. We're going to go, like Jess said last night, we ain't going to go buy a golf ball. We're going to go buy the whole damn golf course. So, in talking with some of the witches that we have been talking with over the last couple of months about doing something like this, we all agree that there are so many witches out there that live in the closet. We don't know who they are. They could be your neighbor, they could be your boss, they might be your mom, and you don't even know it. We want
We
to
want to bring us
show,
together. We want to help everybody know that it is safe to come out of your broom closet, that you're not alone.
yeah, we want to. The
Give it
world has become so shitty. We're shitty to one another. We're just shitty. And I'm at least in the United
and
States,
I
we
don't
have
know
become
about the
so
rest of
shitty to
y'all,
one
but it
another.
is exhausting, especially if you are an empath. I'm constantly exhausted.
And yeah, Irene's got a good. We could post a
Yeah,
poll.
do a poll.
And let everybody vote how they. We could put up what we have in mind, and they can vote on it. But in my bottom line, and I'll end with this: what we want to do is make it okay that one day someone, like y'all know, we have a team member that can't be on camera when we're on investigation. They can't come on our show because they will lose their job because of where they work at. If they have anything to do with witchy, anything to do with paranormal, they will lose their job.
And I want to
We
add on
want
that
we
that
want to start a change, a movement
yeah,
to let witches know that are in the closet, y'all
hey, we
come
got your back.
out.
We got your back.
Come out.
You got
Yes,
a
come
network of
out. We
people
got
ready to support you.
and we're ready to go to war for you. If
Absolutely.
they fire you because of your religion,
Ooh, buddy.
discriminate, we are ready to go to war because people need to know. We said politics and religion don't belong. You can't hold your religion over someone in a job just because they don't go to your church or believe the way you believe. So we want to open the world to see we're not evil people. We're not eating your babies. We're not putting spells on your husbands and stealing them.
We don't
If
want
your
your
husband,
husband. I promise we don't want him.
I got my own. Does somebody
One
want to take him for the weekend? Please take him for the weekend.
Hey, I messaged
you
my
know.
mother-in-law one time and told her that we needed to go back to split custody because I couldn't deal with him full time.
Right, Jesse said she doesn't even exactly. And so people, y'all, we ain't trying putting spells on your husbands, no shit like that, because I
Yeah.
promise you, if your husband is out running around and dipping his wanky somewhere else, that's on you and him and not anything to do with any witch anywhere. I promise. Exactly. I mean, we all agree one husband is enough and we're
Well,
happy to share
hold on.
custody.
Because some people,
Well, I mean, I'm saying we in
I
this
am
group right now.
technically poly. My husband and I are poly, so it's a little bit different. But there are still days
But
where
you
I
still
don't
don't
want
want
any
another
other
husband.
husband.
Exactly. You don't want another husband because one man is enough.
No, I would.
And
Having another man would not be the issue. Having another man full time would be the issue. Absolutely
but yeah,
not.
I want me a hot little Hispanic Ricky Martin. But that we'll talk about that on a nighttime show.
It would give me Shamar Moore from Criminal Minds.
Oh, I guess I love me some Morgan too. But I also love Hodge. You know
Well, see,
that
but I also love Reed. I love the little dorky genius. I love it.
I love all of them. Let's just
But I also love Penelope because equal opportunity here.
well, that's what I'm saying. I love AJ, or I mean JJ. So anyway, I know my tablet. We're at 2%, and the dog farted again. So
And we're at
we're gonna,
8:30 anyway. So we'll have some polls
yeah,
up for you guys. We're working on logos. We're going to start trying to network and reach out to some other witches and see what we can get going. So,
and yeah, we want to hear from y'all. Tell us your thoughts, your question. Tell us if you want us just to get the hell off of Facebook. Tell us. We want to know.
now we're not saying we're going to get the hell off
So
of Facebook, but
we
we will, I'm glad to know that that's what you would like. Good luck with that. Feel free to unfollow.
right. Right.
So,
So, with all that, so thanks y'all for joining Cauldrons and Coffee this morning. And who knows what morning we'll see y'all again, but we'll be back.
yeah, yes, we will. So,
Hit us with that one
uh,
liner, Jess.
mm, I
Oh,
feel, see, I want to say
I've got
something about
one.
sleep.
I've got
Oh,
one. I've got one.
okay.
The the dog farted again.